I'm here with John Loftus from the Owego Hose Teams Incorporated, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the Baker Fireman's Fountain here in Owego. And I just got a couple questions. Could you tell me a little bit first about the hose teams in general and what kind of organization it is?
Right, Owego Hose Teams is over the years have been members, volunteer members of the Owego Fire Department that get together and compete against other fire departments throughout the state. They've been doing it since the 1940s to keep that competitive spirit alive, but again, still work on fundamental skills of being a fireman.
Well, John, I think anybody that lives in Owego is aware of the Baker's Fountain here in the Courtyard Square. We certainly use it many times for marking how to get into Owego and which street is which. Look for the fireman. And I know it's been there a long time. Tell us a little bit about the history.
Baker's Fountain's about 103 years old. Was donated to the village of Owego at the time by a current fire chief who lost his son, and it was a memorial dedication to his son. And when it was given, then it was turned over to the village just to mark the memory and the importance of what the fire department meant to both the father and the son. And it's been a part of all our history growing up for 103 years.
Well, thank you, John. So I can tell you, with renovating some of the historic buildings in Owego myself, it's not for the faint of heart. And nothing is as it seems when you open it up and get going. And I know the statue's been there a long time. It's an extensive renovation project to get it done. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, Roger, thanks for asking, because when the Owego Hose Team first took on the fountain restoration project, our initial assessment was we thought we were going to give it a facelift. And then with further review and looking a lot closer, and a lot of people, that's really the difference. Until you get up close to it, right, it's like anything. You can put a paint job on something to look good for a while. And they did some work about 7 or 8 years ago. But what we found is, working with some professionals, that there's a lot more hidden damage that you don't necessarily see until you get up close. So because of the age, because of some of the flood events, because of how they built it 100 years ago versus what you would do today, it's laid up on a brick foundation. Because of that, the moisture from the inside underneath, behind all the ironwork, is causing rusting issues. The pool itself leaks and cracks. In fact, the fountain hasn't worked properly for probably the last 3 to 5 years. And so what we decided to do is go out to professionals and see, instead of just giving it a facelift, making it look good for a short period of time, we decided the right thing to do now is to restore it so that we can preserve it for well in excess of another 100 years.
And we're talking about a sizable number financially to do this, right?
Yeah, when we first looked and assessed the project, we thought it was going to cost in the neighborhood of about $56,000. Now right now we're reviewing the 4 requests for proposal responses we got, and it looks like the renovation is going to estimate now somewhere between about $117,000 to possibly $150,000.
Well, I know that's a sizable amount of money to raise, and it's going to take some effort. I know some of the things you've done this year. You've had a t-shirt sale, you've had golf tournaments, you've had some events, and one that really interests me now is you're selling bricks that's going to be part of the walkway up to it, I believe, or part of this project out there. And I know at Ross Park Zoo they do that going into the bird aviary, and it's really neat. You see the names, they've been there for years and years, and it's a great way to support the project. Tell me some of the ways that people can donate for this project.
Thanks, Roger. Thanks for asking, because we've had to get a little bit creative in having to raise this kind of money. First, I'd like to say we're getting tremendous support also from the local grant programs in Owego, the Truman Estate, the Hyde Estate. But the brick idea came up in the walkway. So there's going to be 2 things done when the fountain is totally restored. And one is there'll be a Maltese cross sidewalk, which the fountain will sit on top of, and that'll be the shape. And leading up to that, both from the courthouse and from the street, there'll be the opportunity for people to buy a brick, the information's out at our website, and they'll be able to put an inscription on that, and again, be part of this renovation project in that memory of, or whoever they want to remember as part of this overall renovation project. So we're really excited about it. We launched it last week, and it's already taken off tremendously.
Great. So at the end of this video, if you take a look, there will be a list of ways and methods that you yourself can donate to support this project. And at this point, I think it's a section where you have to see it to believe it type thing. So we're going to go out to the fountain and take a look at the specific areas of rot and deterioration so you can really see for yourself what we're facing here. So John, we're out at the fountain now and getting a close-up look, and you can really see some of the unusual stuff that's going on here that's in need of repair.
Yeah, absolutely, Roger. From the road, looks perfectly okay when they did the last renovation or the last facelift. But when you get up close, you notice things like this. The actual ornate designs attached with a zip tie. I'm not quite sure that's the way you renovate a historical statue. So that'll be some of the things that'll happen in this project is we'll get this back to the correct way and the right way to do it.
On the back side here, John, we can see the deterioration of the bricks and the facade on the base here. It's safe to say that it's like that all the way around, right?
Right. 100 years ago was what they did with fountains is they laid them up on brick. Concrete wasn't something they used. And what's happened over time, bricks actually hold moisture. So what's happening is it's rusted from the inside. Some of the flanges that actually attach this piece on are rusted away and gone away. So all that'll have to be restored. Fortunately, there's a company in Alabama that has all the original molds that Fisk did with their fountains, so we'll be able to duplicate or refabricate them exactly the way they are, and they'll be brand new. And the other thing it causes, you can tell, again, when you get up close, a lot of putty fill, like putting Bondo in your car, isn't really the right thing to fill in patches, creating a lot of cracking, and the green paint hit a lot, but when you get up close, you really see what needs to be done.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Roger. Appreciate it.
And I hope you can make an effort to contribute to this project. Thank you.